think I may have an addiction. Since I started the work on my BK2, well, prior to getting the BK2, I had a BK11 right here, and I had stripped the coating off of that one too, and put the micarta scales on it that you can order. Today I took it all apart and belt sanded the back to put a cleaner, a crisper 90-degree edge on it, and fitted everything, fitted the scales, because you know they're not perfect from the factory. And then I gave it another dip in vinegar for about an hour to give it that forced vinegar patina. I really like the way that looks. But yeah, that wasn't enough. Had to get another one. Had to get the BK14, because I want this to be my EDC knife. Well, we'll see how that turns out. Right now I carry this Ford peasant knife. Yeah, which reminds me something else I want to talk about after I get done with this. You can see I did the same thing to this 14. Stripped the coating, belt sanded all the edges. I've got a Grizzly 1x30 belt sander that has a very sharp 90-degree spine now, just like the BK11. Now these scales, these are G10 scales from, make sure I get this right, the Knife Connection. Yes. And they are actually for the Essie Izula. And I had to spend about hour and a half fitting these. The little cutouts on the inside wouldn't fit into the openings in the tang. But I got them fit. I've got everything sanded down and fitted to the knife itself. Got all the screws put back together, Loctited. After I belt sanded, after I had everything fitted together and belt sanded, I took it all back apart, and I gave this one a vinegar bath also. I like to do that. I mean, I like the way it looks. It's got that nice dark gray finish. It gives it some protection. I think it looks nice. Yeah, still don't know for sure what I'm going to do with the BK2. I don't know. I'm really leaning towards G10 or micarta scales and epoxying and pinning them on. But we'll see. I got to talk to a guy that I know that makes them and see if he'll do a set with the hole sized for pins instead of screws. And I want to do something different with the sheath too. I mean, I like this leather sheath that came with it in the trade, but I'm really thinking I want to do a Kydex and leather combo sheath with a dangler. But whatever happens, you know, I'll give the same treatment as I did to these scales. I'll fit them, sand everything. And this knife needs the back spine needs to be sanded. That's extremely dull on the back side. I'd be willing to bet that won't strike a ferro rod. So we'll take care of that. So yeah, maybe just a bit of a problem. Now, if you start seeing me buying BK7s and BK9s and, you know, filling out the collection, somebody might need to stop me. I think this is good for now. Gives you something to work on, something to work with. I love how that BK14 turned out, though, with those SE Azula scales. That looks great. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love that color. It's got to be one of my favorite colors for micarta. Is that kind of camo, earth camo tone, brownish, greenish, tannish type stuff. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about, and I'm sure I'll probably get a lot of flack over this. I spent the last 2 days trying to sharpen or resharpen my sword, and I screwed up the edge so bad that I had to take it out to my belt sander and reprofile it. And then, even after doing that, I couldn't get it sharp. Couldn't get a good edge on it, at least an edge that I was satisfied with. I was trying a new method. I was trying the method where people tell you to use a piece of sandpaper and pull the knife instead of pushing it. And I couldn't get it. And then I switched back to stones, and I don't know, I dulled it so bad that I couldn't even get a good edge back on it on the stones. So I reprofiled the edge on the belt sander. Still wasn't happening for me. So today I broke out my Lansky sharpening system and started with the coarse stone at 20 degrees with it in the clamp, and I worked on it for probably an hour and a half to re-establish a solid 20-degree angle. And then I worked it through the medium and the fine stones. Finally got it back to a good edge, to an edge I was happy with. But I don't know. I was just having an off day or something. No, well, it was driving me mad though. I think my OCD kicked in. I didn't want to stop working on it because I was obsessed with it. It was ticking me off so much that I couldn't get the edge right. But yeah. So yeah, two days I worked on this. But while I was at it, while I was on the belt sander, I 90 degreed the back of that spine too. So that'll strike a ferro rod now too, where previously it wouldn't. But yeah, I love this knife. It's probably my all-time favorite pocket knife. Take care. God bless. Thanks.